to Nasdaq Trade Talks. I'm Jill Malandrino, Global Markets Reporter at Nasdaq. We're coming to you live from the Singapore Fintech Festival, and joining me for this segment, we have Shayan Hazir. He's the Chief Digital Officer over at HSBC. We're going to discuss how new technologies like blockchain and tokenization can help enable a more efficient economy within the financial ecosystem. It is great to have you with us, Shayan.
Welcome
to Trade Talks.
It's great to be here.
And as the digital financial services landscape continues to evolve, what major regulatory challenges will financial institutions need to navigate, and what key business opportunities can they also tap into?
Yeah, that's a great question. I think there's so much change happening, and that's the only certainty we have right now. You can see all around us at the festival, there's this buzz and energy about what's to come. I think blockchain, asset tokenization, generally Web3, and when you look at embedded finance and AI, they are all going to actually change the regulatory landscape holistically. Because there are questions now we need to answer, which we've never needed to answer before, on new infrastructures being built under blockchain. And so that change is going to enable public-private partnerships to actually create new regulatory guardrails that would allow to create safe and holistic regulatory frameworks that are going to help support and keep customers safe, but also provide huge opportunities for safety, security, authenticity, and much more speed and efficiency, which has been lacking in things like payment systems, for example. So there's a lot to come, but also responsible AI, for example, being ethical about how we use this technology is going to be so critical in the design of this framework. And HSBC has been working very closely with central banks, not only here in Singapore, but across Southeast Asia, to build this out.
Yeah, well, it's really interesting when you bring up ethics, especially when you think of Web3, when you think about metaverse and what that's going to look like, which is a whole separate conversation. But how will the trend of embedded financial offerings into non-financial platforms enable a wider pool of clients?
Well, what's amazing is now banking is becoming quite latent. So you're at the back end now rather than being the forefront. So you had in a Web 2 environment like your mobile phone app, and then you were able to do your banking through a native app from a financial institution. Now we'll be plugging into ERP systems, for example. So we have a great partnership with Oracle NetSuite in the US, and we've been able to provide financial services to the ERP users in the SME space through Oracle NetSuite. So what's happening is that we're now accessing clients not through our native proprietary networks, but we're actually plugging into bigger, more complex ones, and being able to access that client portability, being able to access the data, being able to make things more, deeper in terms of our relationships. Yeah.
It's really interesting when you think about developments such as blockchain or tokenization. It sounds like these big ecosystems have been created, and that's really what is enabling the efficiency in the financial system.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I think that when you take, ecosystem gets thrown around a lot as a word, but in my mind it's really about network effects and synergies that can exist in creating like almost an organism that's kind of growing in and of itself. So we have to enable that to happen. We have to create frameworks that have agility, adaptability, flexibility built into them. And again, the way we are designing our asset tokenization journeys, the way we're building our infrastructure for Web3 is something that has in it the inherent need to expand and evolve. Right. So that we can go along with the changes that are taking place.
All right, Shayan, I appreciate the insight. Thanks for joining us on Trade Talks, and thanks for joining me at the Singapore Fintech Festival. I'm Jill Malandrino, Global Markets Reporter at Nasdaq.